Hey, this is Larry Curry with Miller Industries. We're here today at the pre-delivery inspection building. Today we want to go over the manual override controls for the hydraulic system on a Miller Industries rotator. In the unlikely event of an electrical component failure, you may need to manually override the controls to operate your rotator. Now let's show you how to do that. The first thing we want to cover today is the manual override controls for your PTO or power takeoff system. They are normally located under the hood mounted to the firewall, as you can see here. The PTO override controls on your unit may differ in appearance from what we see today. Please always make sure to refer back to your PTO operations manual. To manually override the PTO, first you will want to make sure the chassis ignition switch is turned to the off position. Next, you will move the left switch from electric to air and move the right switch from out to in. You will notice the red indicator light, which now tells you the PTO is engaged. Now that the PTO is manually overridden, we're going to engage the clutch, check for neutral, and start the engine. Once the engine is started, release the clutch, and the PTO will now be engaged. Now that we have the PTO activated, we need to gain access to the forward control valve. The forward control valve operates all the outriggers in the system. The forward control valve is located between the hydraulic tank and the ring gear. To gain access to this control valve, we need to remove a cover using the ratchet and socket. You see here the cover panel that is secured with one bolt. So we're going to remove that one bolt and lift the cover panel. Looking at the forward outrigger valve and the first row closest to the hydraulic tank, beginning on the driver's side to the passenger side, you have the left front outrigger extension, left front outrigger elevation, right front outrigger elevation, right front outrigger extension. Moving to the next row closest to the turret, from driver's side to passenger side, we have the left rear outrigger extension, left rear outrigger elevation, right rear outrigger elevation, right rear outrigger extension. So as an example, we're going to go to this spool here, which controls the front passenger side outrigger extension. So by pushing down, it's going to extend the outrigger. And by pulling up, it's going to retract the outrigger. So to control the up and down motion of the front passenger side outrigger, we'll go to this spool. So by pushing down, we're going to make the outrigger go down. And by pulling up, we're going to make the outrigger come back up. When reattaching your front valve cover, make sure to use your ratchet and socket and be careful not to over tighten. Now we move to the main controls of the rotator. On an MMO system, you're going to have manual control levers directly linked to the valve body. On a Raptor system, you will not have the manual control levers, so we will need to access the main control valve via the access cover. The access cover for the main control valve is located right behind the driver's side rear toolbox compartment. It's held in by 9/16 bolts. Now we're going to remove the cover using our socket. Depending on your wrecker model, when removing the control valve access cover, there may be a special tool affixed to the inside of the cover. This special tool can be used to actuate the control valves manually. If this special tool is not present, a simple open-end wrench will do the job. Here we have the main control valve. The main control valve has multiple sections. Each section can be actuated via the linkage on top. Today we're just activating these linkages via open-end wrench. Looking at the rear main control valve from front to back of the unit, the first two sections will belong to your belly drag winches. Next, your left turret drag, your right turret drag, boom swing, boom extension, boom elevation, left main winch, right main winch, underlift extension, underlift elevation, underlift tilt, and last, underlift fold. Now let's take a look at the rear main control valve with the knee boom option. Working from front to back, starting with the first lever, you have your belly drag winch. Next, the left turret drag winch, right turret drag winch, boom swing, boom extension, boom elevation, left main winch, right main winch, underlift extension, underlift elevation, underlift tilt. So as an example, we're going to actuate the recovery boom elevation up and down using the manual linkage. So I'm going to come in, open end wrench, we're going to go up, down. When reinstalling the valve cover, make sure to use a socket and ratchet, taking care not to over tighten the bolts. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your local Miller Industries distributor and make sure to subscribe to our news feed to stay up to date on all the latest news and information from Miller Industries.
Miller Industries, the world leader in towing and recovery equipment.
This video is for product demonstration purposes only and is not intended for training or instructional purposes. Situations vary, and operators should rely on their own professional knowledge and safety procedures when conducting actual recoveries.